Yo. It's me, Nesta, the black teacher. In this video, I want to talk about the hypocrisy of Africans. Yes, the hypocrisy of Africans in regards to South Africa. South Africa, we have all seen the videos. South Africans, some South Africans, mostly poor South Africans, are protesting against migrants in South Africa. Okay? They have been doing this for a number of years. Sometimes they're very extreme. Sometimes it's we call it xenophobia. I talked about it in my previous video on this topic. The fear of strangers, xenophobia. Okay, South Africans, especially the poor ones, in Durban, mostly Durban, sometimes in KZN. It also gets to bigger cities like Johannesburg. The issue is, these people believe that foreigners are a problem in their country, in South Africa. They believe that foreigners are taking their opportunities, foreigners are taking their jobs, are taking their business opportunities. Some are just disgusted by the behavior of foreigners. They just feel like there's too many foreigners in their inner cities. Okay, so you need to analyze everything. Some of these people are just tired of seeing foreigners. Like you get out of your house, you walk down the street, foreigners everywhere, foreigners, and they ask themselves, why are these guys here? What are they doing here? And they develop this kind of disgust, seeing foreigners in their inner cities, in their neighborhoods. Okay? Now, I don't agree with the methods that these South Africans are doing, especially the methods that they are using, trying to take the law into their own hands, trying to harass foreigners, harass them, ask them for papers, ask them for their passports, telling them go back to your country. All that is bad. All that is bad. Okay? But I have said I want to talk about the hypocrisy of Africans. Where is the hypocrisy? The hypocrisy is where Africans pretend. We pretend like we don't know that South Africans have a problem. It's like we are trying to tell them that you don't have a problem. You are the problem. Which I think it's unfair. Yes, it's unfair. There is no single African country that accepts so many migrants like South Africa. There is no single African country. You can say, oh, you also have South Africans in our country, but it's different type of South Africans that are in your country. You're talking about South African expats, people with legal permits who are in your country. You're talking about South African investors who are in your country. South Africans are not complaining about Nigerian investors. They are not complaining about Nigerian companies. They are not complaining about Malawian companies or Malawian investors. They are complaining about the foreigners in their inner cities, the foreigners who are everywhere on the streets, some even selling drugs, some even robbing people, some involved in... You're like, why are these people here? The fact that Ghanaians can make so much noise on the internet when Ghana is accepting migrants removed from America, when America is removing people who have lived all their lives in America, sending them back to their countries, and their countries are refusing to accept them. But Ghana, Congo, DRC agree to accept South Americans, to accept Nigerians to come to their country and then send them to their countries. You know that your government is doing that. Migrants being removed from USA, they are being sent to your country, and your government is accepting that. Now, you are trying to say that these South Africans who are complaining about the illegal immigrants in their country are evil. You're trying to say that these South Africans are stupid. These South Africans have no brains. I think you are the ones who have no brains if you can't see the problem. Like I've said, there is a problem in the methods that the South Africans are using. The methods are not correct. We all agree on that. But these people have a problem. These people have a problem. You and me need to sympathize with these people. If we are to give pressure, we need to help them. Give the pressure to their government. Because their government is neglecting these people. I tell you what, I'm a foreigner working in in another country, okay, and I know what the country, my host, the country I'm living in, I know what they do to make sure that they don't have illegal overstays or they don't have illegal immigrants in their country. I know what they do. For instance, they have what they call minimum wage. I work. They have what they call minimum wage. And they have a minimum wage for foreigners. And they have minimum wage for their people. They deliberately made the minimum wage for foreigners higher than the minimum wage for their people. And when they say it, when they present it to you, your minimum wage is like this. You look at the amount, you're like, wow, this is good. But what they're trying to do is, they're trying to make hiring immigrants to be more costly, to be more expensive than hiring their own people. That's what they're doing here. That's why the companies, even though they want more foreigners, they cannot hire more foreigners. Even though they would love to have to get more foreigners, they can't afford because it's more expensive to hire foreigners. A salary for a foreigner would be a salary for 3 locals. And they did that deliberately. Meanwhile, in South Africa, companies, especially foreign companies, are willing to hire illegal immigrants and pay them very little money to avoid hiring locals who demand more money. As a result, you are calling the locals lazy because they don't want to do the work that the foreigners are doing. But the locals are saying, we can do that job, but you need to pay us above the minimum wage. The employer doesn't want to pay the minimum wage. So he's hiring illegal immigrants and paying them lower wages. And when those locals complain, we are all demonizing them. We are saying they are stupid, they don't think, they are lazy. Are we being fair? Isn't that hypocrisy? Anyway, I want you to look at that perspective as well. I don't want xenophobia. I think these people need to address their anger on their government. I know they're frustrated because their government is corrupt. I know some people say even when you have papers, they even harass you even when you have papers because they know that many people got fake papers through corrupt officials. So their government, they're just frustrated with their government. And they need to address their anger on their government, not on these people. Nesta, the black teacher.